Well, welcome to my favorite segment, Whale, Dolphin, or Lucky Fish. I'll tell you, it's my favorite segment because I get to share the story of you, your story. My room is a mess. I can't even reach. There's like boxes everywhere. I was supposed to have I have Whale, Dolphin, or Lucky Fish t-shirts on my merch site at cavdainsmarket.com. And I was supposed to wear it for this video, but my whole life, we're moving. This might be the last video. This is going to be close to the last video that happens in this room. Might have two more. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out in the moving process. But welcome to Whale, Dolphin, or Lucky Fish. In this segment, in this series, I take your stories that you send me about how you got involved in Flesh and Blood, and you tell us your story. And then in the comment section, you viewers, can judge the contestants, if you will, on if they are a whale, a dolphin, or a lucky fish. And I'll tell you what I love about this. I love hearing stories of people who got involved in this game and were able to financially make some money, because I think that's really important in a collectible card game. And I really pride myself in this channel of being a YouTube person that is for all people, both the players, the collectors, and the investors. And what I love is these stories that are all of you, that kind of share the story of every person who's involved in Flesh and Blood. And I think it's really fun to look at how lives were potentially changed, and how investing in a collectible card game can really be awesome. And you can also enjoy the cards. You can also play the game. You can also have a good time. I got something in my eye. Unbelievable. We're going to make it through. All right, so here we go. This is Whale, Dolphin, or Lucky Fish. Here we go. Hey, Louie. First off, I love the channel, love the Discord, and love the positivity and life that you bring to the Fab community. Hey, man, I appreciate you. The Discord server has been awesome. If you're not in the Discord server and you're a patron, make sure you reach out to me and get an invite code to that Discord server, because it has been so much fun to hang out and chat with everybody. All right. Wanted to share my getting into Fab story with you so we can answer my question whether I'm a lucky whale or just a lucky dolphin. All right, so he's already teasing it out for us. Either way, I'm definitely lucky with Flesh and Blood, as you will soon see. And I'm gonna have, he did share a photo. He said a video, but I don't think the video came through. Anyway, so after being completely obsessed with MTG when Revised came out, until I went to college, I got back into MTG about 5 years ago, mostly playing the Legacy format. Throughout the pandemic, Legacy has been mostly unfun with multiple bans and power level issues, yes. So I'd stopped playing. Yeah, Magic the Gathering is killing that game. I mean, what is Wizards doing? Anyway, at the same time, a friend pointed me out to the Covenant cast, and I heard of Flesh and Blood through them. So that's Team Covenant. If you haven't gone and subscribed to Team Covenant, you should. They're a great channel. After many months of hearing them talk about Flesh and Blood, I asked my wife if she'd be interested in learning a new collectible card game with me, which she was all for. Dude, you got to teach me because I can't get my wife involved. Anyway, so I ordered 2 boxes of WTR Unlimited and 2 boxes of ARC Unlimited on January 1st. Wow, so he's hopping in late. So let's see, is he a whale, a dolphin, or a lucky fish? The boxes arrived and we each took half the packs in the first box to open and started checking out the cards. I knew so little about the cards at that point, but I just knew enough to just tell my wife to let me know if she saw any card with a lady's torso wearing a tunic. Or something that looks like a jewel, because I knew those were the money cards. 10 seconds later, I opened my very first pack of Fab ever. I pulled the Spring Tunic. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. I also opened an Enlightened Strike in that first box. So you got a Tunic and an E-Strike in a box. My wife made comments for the next 2 days about how I'm really lucky with these kinds of things. With the other boxes, we started playing sealed against each other. And after our very first game, I could tell that I found my new collectible card game home. I immediately ordered 2 more boxes of each and decided to splurge on 2 boxes of Crucible. All right, so this is where it gets interesting. The obsession continued to grow, and after opening solid pulls from the 2 crew boxes, he opened a foil Snag, a foil Spoils, and 2 foil Heroes. Dang. One night, I made a snap decision. I needed to even out my box buying and got two last boxes of crew from the same seller on TCG Player. They were just below $500. Couldn't resist cracking them, and immediately when they arrived, I know that feeling. And in the first box, I pulled a really nice looking shard. Dang. So you opened 4 boxes of crew and got a shard. You lucky duck. It was pretty epic. Then I cracked the second box with 0 expectations and somehow pulled a Shiyana. And dude, we've heard so much of that. Like, we've heard people pulling shard and Shiyana in the same case all the time. Both graded, oh, he got them graded at a 9 quad plus plus. Wow. And that's in the photo. I'm looking at it right now. 9 quad plus plus. This is out of 4 boxes of crew. I have opened 28 boxes of crew. Actually, for myself, I opened 28 boxes of crew or something like that. I pulled the shard. I didn't pull Shiyana. And then on the streams, I've probably opened another 10 to 15 boxes of crew. And we still haven't pulled Shiyana or a shard on those. So you are lucky, dude. Since the hard part was taken care of by my crazy luck, I spent the last 2 months purchasing and collecting a full cold foil set of crew, as well as a double play set of all crew cards for my wife and I. That's awesome. Thankfully, I just finished, with many cards still in the mail yet to arrive when the prices started shooting up again recently. Yeah, we're seeing another huge spike on crew cards. Having lived as a kid through the initial wave of Magic the Gathering, it really feels like Flesh and Blood right now is following the same trajectory. I've not been this into a game since back in those days, but this time I'm an adult with a solid disposable income. And I think that's a huge point. And there are a lot of people who love Magic the Gathering but got involved late in Magic the Gathering, right? And always like dreamed of being involved at the beginning of a new game. And like, this is it for a lot of people. So I totally agree with you, dude. And then that disposable income, like, you know, I totally get that too. I get it. My luck seems to continue with cracking packs, as most recently I bought a case of ARC-U from the latest wave. I pulled a Skullbone cross wrap in the 3rd box. Then last week I opened the last box, took 6 packs out to make another seal deck, and pulled a Storm Strider. Yeah, I'm hearing 2 legendaries in a case is happening pretty often. That's crazy. I'm starting to feel bad that my wife doesn't get any of the good pulls. Dude, you gotta let her pull the good stuff so she lets you keep opening boxes. Anyway, that's all I've got in my cold foil crew set. Anyway, now that I've got my cold foil crew set finished, I'm moving on to picking up what I can of the ARC, WTR, and ARC cold foils. Ooh, and first boxes. All right, big spender. Today I just shipped a number of my dual lands, which are getting traded for a WTR first edition box, so alpha box, and a cold foil tectonic plating. So this guy is sending in his, dude, this is what I love. Magic the Gathering players sending in dual lands, reserved list real estate, okay? Reserved list real estate for boxes of alpha and cold foils. That's awesome. I'll let you know if I ever manage to put together a full cold foil WTR ARC set, but I'm probably going to just try for a cold foil set of Monarch while everyone is trying to recoup the pre-order costs. That is a smart play, sir. I'm going to try to open all the packs. I'm going to open, if you haven't known, I'm going to open 40 boxes, I think. No promises here, but my goal is to open 40 boxes on stream on release night and try to pull all the cards, and then that way I can pick up the singles that I need. Oh, man. Anyway, thanks again for everything you do. Man, all right, this guy, I love it. Like, I don't think you're a whale, man. So here's the thing. I think you're a lucky dolphin. I think your polls, let me know in the comments what you all think. But I think your polls are phenomenal. I think you're super lucky. That luck's going to run out. I do not advise that you open any more Crucible of War, because you're gonna quickly realize that you're never gonna get that lucky. And then I think, here's the thing, man. I think what makes you a dolphin instead of a whale is that it seems like you're putting your Magic the Gathering like cards, it's more trading rather than being like, hey, I'm gonna spend 10 grand or I'm gonna spend 9 grand on a bunch of cards. So I think that makes you more of a dolphin. So no, I mean, I'm a dolphin too. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm selling Magic. I just traded an Ice Age box for 2 crew boxes and some change. So I think you're definitely a dolphin, man. I think you're certainly lucky. And man, I love the story. I love the story of somebody who played Magic the Gathering, loved Magic the Gathering a ton, and just wanted to be in on the ground floor of a new game that they love. And here's the other thing. I love that you're playing the game. I love that you're playing the game with your wife, which is really cool. But just the fact that you're playing the game, in my mind, really sets you apart in terms of like, I'm all for you. Like, I think like you are the perfect viewer for my channel, dude. Like, you're all about playing, you're all about collecting, and you have a little bit of that investment mind too. And that's what this channel is about. It's about that whole, like, the whole triad of collectible card games, which is like you are investing in something that you love, right? Like something that you want to like I don't want to invest in, I mean, I should, but I do, but I don't want to invest in stocks because I can't do anything with an Apple stock. Like it just doesn't provide me any joy, right? But like, you're playing the game, and that's what provides you that third factor, which is joy. And then, like, you know, there is a collectability side of like the Pokemon thing, right? Like, I always talk about Bill's PC. This is my full Pokemon, 151 cards. That's honestly what like makes me love collectible card games, is that love for Pokemon back in the day and collecting all the cards. And so like there's that collectible side. And then a smart collectible card player. Okay, this is where I think people get the disconnect is. A smart collectible card player, somebody who loves playing the game, who loves collecting. If you are smart in this, you also make investment decisions for games like Flesh and Blood, because that allows you to fund your collection and to fund your playing later down the road. And I think that's where a lot of people miss, and that's what I love about this guy. That's probably what happened to him in Magic the Gathering. He probably at some point said, I think a good investment would be dual lands, right? And so he pulled up that investment. Maybe he put some money in, but maybe he traded something else, right? And he picked up some dual lands, and then those dual lands are now turning into something else that he has. And I think that's a really big, important thing to remember, that sometimes you do take investments in a card game like Flesh and Blood, because not to get rich, not to be a whale, not to milk the market, not to be an evil investor or whatever, but in order to fund something else, like down the road that you'll want to go heavy on. So I think that's super smart, dude. I think you're really smart for thinking straightforward about Monarch first. I think that first kind of 2 weeks is going to be really interesting for Monarch first, but thank you so much for sharing your story. Those of you who are watching, let us know in the comments if you agree with me, if he's a dolphin. If you think he's a whale, tell us why. Maybe you're like, dude, he's got 1 box of WR Alpha. He's got a couple cold foils. He's not really a dolphin or anything. Maybe he's just a lucky fish. He just pulls good. But anyway, let us know what you think. And then if you want to share your story, email me at KitchenTableTCG@gmail.com, and I will share your story on here. And I don't have my whale, dolphin, and lucky fish shirt on, but if you think you're a whale, there's a shirt. The whale ones cost more money because you're a whale. I thought that was so funny. They're at CaptainsMarket.com. The whale ones, it's like whale, dolphin, or lucky fish, and I circled the whale one, and then I circled a dolphin, and I circled the lucky fish, and then there's one on the bottom, it just written in because the comment section always said sea crustacean. Oh man, I wish my life is just a mess. All my stuff is packed up. I don't know where the shirt is, but go check it out at CaptainsMarket.com if you're interested. But more importantly than any of that, I don't really care about that. More importantly, share your story, because I love sharing stories of the people in our community. I think that's super important. And this is my favorite part of this channel, honestly, is reading your stories and hearing from you and judging you. I like judging you. What can I say? Hey, remember, be kind to the people around you. Remember, this is just a game. If you're upset about investors, if you're upset about your TCG player orders, just try to think about it like it's just a game, guys. Like, this is fun. Like, this is supposed to be, like, we are supposed to enjoy every aspect of this, even if there are aspects we don't like about it. Like, this is a hobby. This is not like your entire life's hope. There is bigger things in this world to have hope in other than a card game. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a hobby. It's supposed to be enjoyable. So if you're like all upset about stuff, then what's the point? Like, let's just have a good time. You know what I mean? Hey, be kind to the people around you. I'm looking forward to sharing the new space with you guys. Couple days.